Yo, everybody. Welcome back to the second week of the Handicrapper. I'm your host, Chuckles152. I am the Handicrapper. This was an idea that I came up with when I was writing blogs concerning handicappers that were just ripping people off. They were stealing money from people, and I don't think it's right. I understand if a guy's winning 53% of his picks and you're betting all of his picks, you're going to win money. I get that. But, and a big but, it's not how it should be. To me, it's an occupation that allows low lives to take advantage of people at home. Now, I'm no expert. I'll never claim to be an expert. I don't have any inside information. I am doing this purely for the comedy, the satirical nature, and just for fun. Last week I went 6 for 16, which isn't too good, in my opinion anyway, and most people's opinion. The one pick that I was willing to take was the Redskins over the Philadelphia Eagles as for them to cover the spread. They did. They got that backdoor cover. The morning of, I decided to change my own pick, and I did have information on that, and I was wrong. Now, I'm going to start off. Thursday night games are usually very heavily lopsided. Heavy money is definitely coming in on the Panthers. I think that it made its way up to 7.5. I'm going to take the Panthers because I do think there is smoke where there's fire. These games are very hard for players to turn around and actually get ready for. I think the NFL, if they are actually committed to seeing less injuries, they will do away with the Thursday night games, but Roger Goodell, he sees money. I'd rather see them do a Friday night game than a Thursday night game. I think Friday night games would be a whole lot more enjoyable. Second game of the week, Chargers at the Lions. The Chargers are going to be without their tight end and Michael Williams, and they're going to be definitely handicapped on that end, but they have so much offensive firepower with my boy Phillip Rivers, and you got Keenan Allen, you got other guys, Eckler. That offense will still put up numbers against the Detroit Lions. The Indianapolis Colts versus the Tennessee Titans. Now, I'm hoping to see the same Tennessee that we saw last week all season. This has been a team that I thought should be doing well for the last few years, and they haven't. They are playing a very good head coach in Frank Reich, but 3.5 points without Andrew Luck, I don't see it. I think that the Titans, even though it's a division game, they should put a licking on the Indianapolis Colts. The Jacksonville Jaguars at the Tennessee Titans, 9.5 dogs now, and there's good reason. That offense will score at will when it comes to Deshaun Watson. That guy is the real deal, and unless he gets hurt, I don't see the Jacksonville Jaguars coming out of this 1-1. They're going to be 0-2. Texans are going to move to 1-1, and they're going to look to battle for that division with the Tennessee Titans. The San Francisco 49ers at the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals sort of surprised me last week. They played better than I thought they would. That being said, I still think they're not a very good team. I think they're going to go back to being a little bit worse. And we shall see the San Francisco 49ers win that game in what's basically a pick-em, 1.5. But, hey, 49ers are going to roll into that one. The Buffalo Bills versus the New York Football Giants. Now, I always kind of root for the Bills because they're that lovable loser. You know, I mean, They're not winning the division from the guy down below them anytime soon. But they will beat the Giants by more than 2 points. Well, 2.5. They will. They'll definitely take it to the Giants. I expect a low-scoring game. Saquon Barkley could be a factor. He could take over, but with Eli Manning still at the helm, the Giants aren't going to do anything. Plus 19.5. I've never seen this in my entire life. And I'm going to take the New England Patriots at plus 19.5 because they should put a licking on the Miami Dolphins. If Tom Brady doesn't throw 10 touchdowns and set the record this weekend, I'll be mightily confused. I will. The Dallas Cowboys at the Washington Redskins. The Cowboys are going to win this game, but again, the Redskins are going to cover. I don't think the Cowboys are that good. I think they played a real bad team last week. This is a little bit better of a team. Case Keenum does know what know how to play quarterback, and Jay Gruden isn't as bad of a coach as people make him out to be, though he did piss off Adrian Peterson by sitting him and running with the Geis. And that's a shame about Darius Geis. I mean, that kid just can't catch a break. The Green Bay Packers hosting the Minnesota Vikings. These division games I always feel are tough. I don't think very much of Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. I think they're going to have a terrible season. And that's why I'm going to take the early season champions, the Minnesota Vikings. Every year, they do great in that early season. And that's a Kirk Cousins specialty. Great in the early season, and then he just goes, and just crashes by the end. Which is not good. The Steelers being favorites at home against the Seattle Seahawks, and I will take the Seahawks all day in this matchup. Big Ben and the gang are definitely in trouble. They're not playing half as good of a team as they were playing last week, but they are playing a very good team, a team that I think will compete for the NFC West, and I'm going to take the Seahawks over the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to see the Arizona Cardinals at minus 13.5 to the Baltimore Ravens, and I am only going to take Kyler Murray and the gang because I don't think they're really that bad, and will the offensive explosion we saw last week from Lamar Jackson and the gang, it's going to come down a little bit. They shouldn't be double-digit favorites, but they are, and the Arizona Cardinals will come out of that with a cover. I heard somebody today say that the Raiders were going to actually beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and that's laughable. Come punch me in the face if it actually happens, because I will need you to wake me up. At 9.5 point favorites, it's a stretch not to think the Raiders couldn't cover, but until the Raiders prove to me against somebody other than the Denver Broncos, I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs. Speaking of the Denver Broncos, I'm going to take them over the Chicago Bears. I see that very lopsided gambling there at 69%, and I'm just going to go the other way with it. I think that the Broncos will win this game. They've got the home field advantage. Teams don't always play well up there. We'll see what the Broncos have and see if they're legit. See if maybe the Bears and Mitchell Trubisky show that they're legit. That one really could go either way, and I'm just going to go the way of the Broncos this week. The Rams hosting the Saints as favorites is laughable because the Saints are going to come in with hell's rage and beat up on the Rams. I'm sorry. That's just, it's again laughable that they set the line that way. But yes, the Saints are going to kick some butt in Los Angeles. My favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Atlanta Falcons. I don't like to take the Eagles all the time because I feel like it makes me feel like a homer. But I am going to take the Eagles over the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are the underdogs here in their home stadium. I think with their offensive line troubles, I do think the Eagles will get home, despite the fact that they don't blitz, and they will hit my friend Matt Ryan multiple times this week. The key to this game is getting to Matt Ryan. If you give him time and play that stupid picket fence defense, you will see Matt Ryan pick his hometown team apart. That's it. Finally, I was not going to go with the Cleveland Browns. When I originally thought this up, I was going the Jets. Jets, Jets. But without Sam Darnold, I'm going for the Browns. I don't know how the guy got mono, but he did. He's out indefinitely. Mono's definitely more serious than I give it credo being, but it's funny that he got mono at age 22, 23, 24, however old the kid is. Hopefully that is not a sign of things to come with another New York Jets quarterback. Hopefully he actually has his head on his shoulders straight and he can right that franchise, because somebody needs to knock off the Patriots as the AFC East division winners for the first time in 20 years, and it's been so long. It really has. Hey, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, smash that subscribe button, and spread the word for me. Please share it if you can. Tell your friends. Check out my other videos, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day.